I think we're good. All right. Let's put... Well, maybe we're good. Let's see. Get my hopes up too early. Oh, he can't carry anymore. Ah, we're just shy. All right. What can we throw out here? Throw you out. Out. That did it. We're under. Hey, buddy. True Comrade. Big eye high watching. Overlooking the ocean. That would be amazing. I love Hawaii.
We should get out of here, don't you think?
The sooner we're gone, the better.
Come on. A fan. It's hot.
Welcome back, Hinnick.
If it wasn't for you, I'd still be getting worked over by those bastards in Sigismund's camp. You saved my arse, fellas. Although, I have a second hole in it now because of you. Ouch!
That was an accident. I couldn't hit you that well, even if I wanted to.
That would be a shame. We'd be hard-pressed to find another horseman like him.
Spare me the flattery. It's enough you thought I was worth saving. Warms the cockles of my heart.
This doesn't seem too bad.
Don't thank me until you know what we're up to.
Ha ha! I knew there was a reason you rescued me. What's your plan?
Let's keep quiet.
How are we doing, Devil? Do you have some kind of
My
hideout?
marksmanship increased.
What about your people?
I don't know why.
Hideout. Our old camp was a shithole.
Don't insult our home from home.
Shush! We can stay here.
Here? For all to see?
This here hole is far from town, and has such a bad reputation that decent people are afraid to come here. As long as you're paying, old Treadlight will serve you wholeheartedly. This place has everything we need, and people who come here can be recruited for some dirty work.
And there are no fleas in the beds.
Furthermore, it's called the Devil's Den, and I like that.
All right, have it your way. Henry, go to the innkeeper and arrange our stay here. But back to the point, Devil. What about your people?
My people? Kubianka isn't enough for you.
No, he isn't.
That's too bad. Oh, they fucked off somewhere. They didn't send any messages to my jail cell.
We'll have to do something about that. But first, you should go and see Catherine. See if she's settled in and
Gladly.
if she's all right. She said she'd try to find work at the Hangman's Halter Tavern.
Yeah, I'll go alone.
All right, I'll go alone. What will you be doing?
I don't know about these two, but I'll be having a rest. I'm not going to sit on a horse for a while anyway.
But we don't have time for that. We need more people. The three of us could just about make an infamous cabbage-stealing band. The best thing would be to recruit from your old comrades.
Constantly referring to the
Forget it.
cabbage stealing is
It
awesome.
hurts like you shot off one of my arse cheeks. I can barely stand.
At least tell me what happened to your infamous Devil's Pack. Where can we find them?
Yeah, I'd like to know that too. Where are they, Kubianka? Why didn't you lot free me from jail?
You gather a band of criminals and then you are surprised they cannot be trusted?
So, nobody's left.
Some might return now that the devil is back.
Well, if they're not already swinging on the gallows somewhere.
How will you find them? They could be anywhere.
We'll have to search for them. Will you help us, Henry?
All right, so Maddie, I've got a new book to read, since you like to see the covers of them. This is my new book. Yeah, I can do that.
I reckon I don't have a choice, do I?
I like that boy already. No pointless questions, just straight to the task.
At least tell him where to find the bastards.
I'd love to,
I like his books.
but I don't even know who survived that fuck-up.
Not many of us are left. Janos and Adder were the first to run. I reckon they are gorging themselves somewhere. If they have any coin.
What about Bahuta and his brother? They've always been reliable.
Slavik died, Bahuta took it badly. He's not coming back.
Fuck.
Henry may be able to convince him.
I doubt it, but he can try.
Do we have anyone else?
Well, there's Matthew and Roniek, but who knows where they ended up.
And that's all.
We could also try those rebellious farmers who are fighting against Sigismund around here.
I don't want any dirty peasants. I want my old pack.
In that case, there's no one else left.
All right, so what's it about? It is think of Sherlock Holmes. So it's 18. I think this book takes place in 1890 in Scotland Yard, and they are like the beginnings of a like forensics detective, is what it is. Yeah, you're blind dating. It's a 4th grade leave.
Well, you've only given me their names, but I need to know a bit more than that. I don't even know where to start.
Come and see me before you head out. I knew them pretty well, so maybe we can work something out together.
All right.
Liechtenstein can wait. I better look for the rest of your devil's pack.
Great. But be careful. I didn't recruit them for their pretty eyes. They're probably not going to be very friendly after what happened, so be nice to them.
I'll bear that in mind.
All right, go ahead. But don't forget, Catherine's waiting for you in Kuttenberg.
It's my 19th book. But I'll probably read one other book after this. It'll probably be this will probably take me the end of the month. I got my challenge book to read, which will take me 2-3 days. And then I got that Stormlight Archive, which is a lot of books. All swearing dirty, but in other languages they're not. Oh, really?
Greetings to you.
Hello. Anywhere I can wash myself off? Any Farkle? Nobody's playing. Well, you have to take it times 6, because 2 months. Bianca. Yeah, people in the game.
You said you were going to tell me more about the Devil's former band.
You really do not waste time, do you?
I don't.
Anyway, only a few fellas out of the whole glorious pack survived the shitstorm.
Did 112
and it's not certain they
books
are
last
still
year, I think?
alive. As far as I know, Matthew, Bahuta, Raniak, Janos, and Eder survive. I only know where to find Bahuta. And maybe Matthew. But who knows?
Bahuta.
Tell me about Bahuta first. Who is he, anyway?
Well, Bahuta, he was always in trouble. Angry as a dog and covered in bruises. He and his brother could drink all the beer in the inn.
My goal this year is
Just the two of them.
I put on Goodreads as 50
Then they
books.
would make a terrible ruckus.
It sounds like you three would get along well. But you said his brother was dead.
Yes, he died right before Bahuta's eyes. Not pretty. Bahuta has been acting weird ever since. He dropped everything overnight and turned to prayer. As if he was scared of being next in line.
How do they pour the beer on the table?
All right, where can I find him?
Where can I find Bahuta?
At the rectory in Grunts. He helps out with the church.
Well, the Stormlight Archive series is probably
Now just
7,000 pages.
Did you ever see him again after they caught the devil?
Yeah,
That's basically in 5
but
books.
there
and
was
2
no
short
reasoning with him.
stories.
You think it'll be different now?
Look, I don't know. Maybe when he hears the devil's back, he will come to his senses. But I doubt it.
I do nothing but work, play video games, and read. Well, the shortest book, not counting the short stories, is like 1,000 pages. But on Goodreads, I think out of 5, the lowest rated one is like a 4.6, maybe 4.6. So, you're my way, buddy.
I'll go over there and try to talk him into it. There's no harm in trying.
But be careful. Bahuta was never far from giving someone a beating.
Why do you have to stand there?
Maybe he's still
act
got
all
that
drunk
in him.
here?
It was Slavic who kept him from ending up on the gallows because of a fight.
That series will probably take me
But he's already
month and a
with the
half,
Lord.
2 months to read.
Now tell me something about this Matthew fella. Someone with a name like that surely can't be all bad.
The name may be pretty, but he's as ugly as sin. You better not stare at him too much. It is not good for your stomach. He's also a damn willy bastard. People say he likes to rob on trade routes, telling his victims he's collecting tax for the king.
I could do that, Maddie. Read Fed orders. Try not to go to sleep. I'd probably put me to sleep.
And where do I find him?
I hear there's someone robbing merchants on the roads near
The way
Mykillangelo.
Zizek.
That would be fitting for him. Maybe the bailiff can tell you more.
He's always running from me
It's
and crying
practically
murderer.
happening in his yard.
Oh God, I hope not.
If he's so crooked, why did you take him into your band in the first place?
Nasty characters are more suited to our line of work. It is much harder to convince good people to do bad
I already
things.
messed up the Cumin quest line. All right.
What about the rest of the band? You mentioned more than one person.
Of course. That leaves Janos, Ada, and Raniek. I don't know where they are, but I can tell you about them.
Who is this Adder? What kind of nickname is that, anyway?
Oh, that's easy. He's called Ada because he can't keep his snake in his breeches. Oh, he's Polish. He does not speak our tongue, so only Janos can speak to him, really. But otherwise, he's a fucking hilarious. And when shit gets tough, he can really handle it.
Do you know where he could be?
I have no idea. But if you find Janos, Ada will be nearby. The two of them are practically inseparable.
Well, he's going to be somewhere where there's going to be women. Bathhouses, maybe, or something like that.
How am I supposed to communicate with Adder? I don't speak a word of Polish.
Yes, you do. We all say kurwa. You must use your hands and feet for the rest. I always manage, and so will you.
Kurwa.
Tell me more about this Raniek.
Raniek has a great aim. Slightly better than me, even. Oh, and that bow of his, I tell ya, is a masterpiece. That is how you will know it is him.
How did he get that bow?
How do you think? He won it playing dice. But that was the first and last time he ever won anything. If anyone is really unlucky, it is him. But he would not stop if you were to cut off his hands.
So somewhere gambling with him, huh?
Do you have any idea how I could find him?
Oh, I don't know anything about him. Try asking around at inns where they play dice. It is possible he lost his hose in one of them.
Did you ever see him again after the devil was captured?
Oh, just once.
Why is he just
wanted me to
standing in
lend
their
him
way?
money. He did not have any to bet with. But I was skinned and looking for a way to get the devil out of jail. Either way, I told him to fuck off, and he listened to me.
All right. Janos?
Tell me about this Janos.
Janos? He's from Hungary. He speaks like a Tatar, but at least you can understand him a little, unlike Ada.
And how did he get here? Did he defect from Sigismund?
Not at all. He did something back home, had the gallows waiting for him, so he fled to Moravia. He was having the time of his life until recently. Wine, women, and song. But now he has problems because people take him for a human. But if you knew how he can cook, give him a dead rat and half a carrot, and he will cook you a 3-course dinner.
Sounds delicious.
How can I recognize this Janos?
Like I said, he looks a bit like a human. He speaks almost like we do, but in a queer way. Where you talk to him, you will definitely notice it.
I'm already liking this Janos. I think we'll get along well.
Janos, why?
I have a thing for women.
I like girls. I like looking at them. And if they want, I have a little fun with them.
Oh, then you can shake hands with Ada. He would get himself killed just to get his prick wet.
All right.
Thanks. I'll go and look
So
for them.
I'm not
They
assuming
may
this is
sound like a bunch
time.
of morons as I tell it, but they will be damn useful to us. Good luck.
Sweet. Is our bed up here?
You have a kind master. Take your
Come on, hop along, get out of the way. Do I have a room here? There it is. See a lot of dice though. Somewhere else in here? I hope not in there. It's not in here. Nothing says to sleep and save.
good day to you.
Good night. Oh, maybe. Nah, not here. Here we go. Perfect. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. I think the vagrant hat I was using for my okay, let's look at some of this stuff. Okay, so any of this stuff better than what I got. Okay, so this is actually better. Okay, so let's start throwing some stuff in here now. Don't really need 3 shovels on me. got a lot of soap, so I should be clean. Look at all these badges. Okay, so I need my horse. I'm gonna clean him off. I have a feeling I am gonna need all the space I can get. Where you at?
Horse like that must cost as much as a farm.
They like my horse. All right, so let's get some of the stuff off you. Am I going to be able to move if I take all this off him? Oh, he has some old wolf meat in there, don't he? It's always want the wreath over it. I didn't even pay attention. Out of the way, Peck! Name that movie. No? Anybody else? Anybody else? All right, let's actually any of this better. That is better. Gotta tell us, the movie's Willow. Can we do Farkle? We gotta find somebody playing. Nobody was playing Farkle here. Slightly better. Seen it? Oh, you're missing out. Willow is amazing. Tournament gauntlets are slightly better. Okay, so we'll put the rest in here now. I'm gonna try not to sell Brunswick armor just because I want to keep it. Alright, so now should I put on Radzig's sword? There we go. Started with Fumi last week, and I'm not kidding, we have an hour left of an hour and a half movie. It is a long sword, but I did take the feat, talent, whatever you want to call it, skill, where I may do less damage, but I can use it with the... but I can use it with my shield. You do get a little bit longer reach with the sword, so... Alright, so... We got a lot of places to go. A lot of places to go. Okay, nobody's playing Farkle out here. In here? Yeah, there's nobody playing Farkle. A lot of Farkle boards, though. Okay, so there's
Greetings to you.
Greetings. What do you got for me?
Will you be spending the night?
Seems that way. Do you have a room for us? At least for a few days.
But of course. We have 2 free rooms just upstairs. I'll have them cleaned up.
Don't even bother cleaning them, innkeeper.
Treadlight. The name's Treadlight.
What's new?
What's new around here, innkeeper?
There's trouble with demons in Old Cutner.
More demons.
There was a great tragedy one time in the mine near there. It's abandoned now. The ground collapsed, and a pit to hell opened up there. There's talk that young Bruttons form a fight club in Horsham. Maybe they'll let you into their circle.
Yes!
And then Smolka came by. She's the one who runs the bathhouse across the street. She said a fella came in, all restless and fidgety, saying he wanted a girl. That he wanted to take her somewhere else, and Smolka wouldn't have it. But when he offered to pay double, she agreed. You know how it is. These days, every groschen counts.
Was he a fucking pig?
If only that.
They don't have much money.
So what did he do?
The girl came running in all beaten up. Smolka couldn't get her to talk about what happened, but it wasn't pretty. I went to see her. The girl was all blue with bruises. Her knees blooded. Not a pretty sight.
Where can I find him?
Have you any idea where I could find him?
Rumour has it he's been sleeping in a shepherd's abandoned dugout, just outside the forest nearby.
Who was this fella?
The way Smolka described him to me, he must have come with Sigismund's
Oh,
army.
he's dead.
Probably a deserter.
Dead.
I've seen a few of those around here.
I'll take care of him.
I'm glad to hear it. And don't spare him. A lot of scum is coming here, but enough is enough. When you're done with him, go to see Smolka at the bathhouse. She'll be glad to have one less thing to worry about. And that's about it.
All right.
Sounds interesting.
I like how he's all
Thank you,
upbeat
innkeeper.
after he just tells me an incredibly terrible thing. How much
I'll have a
money
look
do you
at the
have?
wares.
253, huh?
Nothing to your liking, sir?
No, I just want to see how much money you got. Pretty poor. You say, was it to the north? The abandoned...
My.
We got a map to open up.
No. Can't leave now.
Oh, that's the end of the map? Wait, what do you mean I can't leave?
I have to go back.
So I gotta get all these people before I can explore? And that seems like a lot of map. Yeah, I just wanted to wander around, but I guess they won't let me wander too far. It's like, do I have to do these quests before I get free reign of the map? Oh, yeah, it wouldn't let me go any further north than here. Like, I got a section up here.
Hey, lad.
Carol Arrowhead. Oh, God.
Hey.
Are you okay?
Hey, lad.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like? Resting. I've been lugging these sacks for ages now. So I decided to take a load off. But I can tell you, it ain't too comfortable here.
You know you have something in your forehead.
Look, you know you have something sticking out of your forehead, right? It looks a bit like a horn.
A horn. Nobody's called it that yet.
What is it then?
It's an arrow. Well, what's left of it, that is. A metal arrowhead and a bit of a wooden shaft. It used to be longer, but I broke it off after I nearly took a wench's eye out with it.
What? An arrow? Like, from a bow?
Aye, an arrow. With an arrowhead, a shaft, and a fletching. Simply an arrow.
You have an arrow stuck in your head? Shouldn't you be, well, dead? I've never seen anyone with an arrow in his head who wasn't.
Of course I should be. Dead as a doornail. If it was an ordinary arrow, I'd be pushing up daisies. But it ain't no ordinary arrow.
Oh? And what's special about it?
Always questions all of a sudden. How about you tell me who you are first? Talking to strangers ain't the safest these days.
I'm Henry.
I'm Henry, the son of a blacksmith from Skalitz.
Oh, fuck. I heard about Skalitz. I heard it was real bad.
That it was.
Well, at least you got out in one piece. Look, the name's Carl. Folk call me Carl Arrowhead. On account of, well, you know.
How come the arrow didn't kill you then?
Because it ain't no ordinary arrow.
Do tell.
You said that already.
Thing is, it's a magic arrow.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
You don't believe me, do you? Sometimes I get mixed up in, let's say, some confrontation. And sometimes things get a bit dicey. I was always getting beaten up, wounded, battered. But ever since I had this arrow in my noggin, not a damn thing. No wound, no bruises. Nobody can hurt me. They haven't a chance.
Well, that could very well be a coincidence. You're just lucky.
It ain't no coincidence. It's a gift from God.
God, shot him in the
This
head.
arrow here blessed me.
Doesn't it hurt? Looks like a nasty wound.
Look, when God blesses you, you accept it for what it is.
Just deck him
So
right in
does
the
it
arrow.
hurt?
Hurts like hell. And it fucked my eyesight up a bit. But that don't matter. It's still a gift from God.
Some of the stuff in the game, I love it. Can I touch it?
Do you think it could be taken out? Can I touch it?
If you touch it, I'll rip off both your arms, shove them up your arse, and make you clap.
Easy. Easy now. I was just asking. No need to get upset. You're worried I'd get the magic too, eh?
No, I'm worried that you wouldn't march and step, and I wouldn't like that.
Why do you think God chose you to be blessed? What did you do to deserve it?
Well, I suppose all them good things what I did in my life. I take care of my people. I'm a good person is all. I reckon God's pleased with me.
I understand. You're simply undefeatable.
Exactly, lad. A whole year without a scratch. A whole year. And me and my lads got ourselves into some dodgy situations, I'll tell you that. But enough chat. I've got to get back to the camp. I've got a proposition for you.
Oh.
You lug one of them sacks here for me, and we can talk some more along the way. What do you say?
Oh, I'm interested to see what this guy says. Oh, what's in the sacks?
What's in these sacks, anyway?
Just stuff what folk leave lying around unattended. These days, everyone locks up their cottages, sties, coops, and who knows what else. They keep their valuables in their chests. Folk are plenty nervous. And then they go and leave a couple of sacks of charcoal lying around outside. And when you see something lying around, it'd be a sin to let it get rained on, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Wet charcoal doesn't burn very well. Good thing you took it. And what are you going to do with this charcoal?
What do you mean? It's charcoal. It always comes in handy. So, will you help me?
Yeah.
Well, can't let you lug them all on your own.
I got to hear more
Glad
about
to
this.
hear it. Ooh. Them sacks are heavy as fuck, but I couldn't just leave them behind. A man can be invincible and blessed by God, but 2 sacks of charcoal is still 2 sacks of charcoal.
How can you be so sure you can't get hurt? Maybe you were just incredibly lucky up until now.
The answer's easy. I just know. When I got hit with this here arrow,
That's bad. All right.
I was out of
Well,
it.
thanks for
for 3
stopping by,
days.
Maddie. You have a good night.
I just lay there for 3 days. Everyone thought I was dead, but I kept on breathing. I had this vision of someone. He had this glow around him. He must have been a saint. He spoke to me. Real kind-like. On the 3rd day, I woke up, just like Jesus, and I knew everything was different. That I was a changed man, and there was no turning back.
How is it you got shot? Was it during a battle?
Well, it wasn't exactly a battle. One of the men, Air, brought a keg. He said it was communion wine, but who knows where he got it, because it was damn strong. But regardless, we all had some good fun, though the morning after wasn't too good. Right at the crack of dawn, I had to go and have a shit, so I headed into the bushes. But that woke Pasha up. He was still so drunk, he thought he had a boar.
So he shot you in the bushes?
A direct hit, right in the forehead. And for that, Lord, I thank you.
Well, God does all sorts of things. Maybe the invincible Carol with his arrow is all just part of his plan.
Exactly. Just like he sent you to help me with the sack. And don't worry, we're almost there now.
That's great. Come on. Tell me some more. Getting tired. Quick stop and good to go. Hello, boys.
Unless they needed a scarecrow for their cabbage patch.
Whereas they'd make you the abbot.
An abbot with a drinking habit. But speaking of
This is called an
fasting,
enemy
I
camp.
heard something good.
In some monastery in Sasau, there was some monk who just loved meat. So, he had the cellar filled with water up to his ankles and put a couple of pigs in there.
Why, for fuck's sake?
Because when you're fasting, you're only allowed to eat things that live in water.
Pigs might swim. How long did that work?
I dropped that sack over there, but... Look here. Don't you mind just leading me right into your camp? What if I let slip that you lot are here?
Why would you do that? You wouldn't get any reward for this band of nobodies anyway.
I suppose not.
Thanks for the help, lad. I'm glad you happened by and stopped to talk to me. Not everyone is willing to help. It's a rare sight these days.
I'm glad to
I
be of
probably
help.
will too.
Here's some ale money. And I wish you good luck in these wild times. May God's favor be with you. But now, you should get going. The fellas get nervous when there's strangers around. The Lord be with you.
Also with you. Sweet. All right, where are we going on the map? All the way down here. So is this the furthest north I can go on the map? Are they not going to let me clear these clouds out up here? Maddie's going to be so pissed if I can't clear those clouds out.
Look what I have for you.
That's a chicken. Hello, horse. Gutenberg's loaded with missions. What's this place? Rund. This is a pretty big area, actually.
Someone's been pampering this one.
Oh, we'll be exploring. I was hoping to open up, because normally you open it up and it'll say something about people if they have a quest. Oh, sorry guys. Too much exploring.
You have a kind master, eh, donkey?
Hello, kind sir.
God be with you. What would you like?
What's life like here?
What's life like here? Is there anything new?
We live the best we can. The silver works are operating at full capacity, and the stables are doing well too, from what I've heard. If only those Hungarian bastards would fuck off already. That reminds me. Do you need a horse by any chance? Our Hannah is the local expert. I'm sure she'd be happy to help you.
Yeah, the map will show us quests, yeah.
How's life been treating you, innkeeper?
Fine, thanks for asking. The foundry workers are always mighty thirsty in the evening after slaving away at those hot furnaces all day long. They drink so much ale, I can hardly keep up with bringing it over.
So?
So, I can't really complain. I'm not the type of innkeeper to get an inn only to complain about it being full.
Alright.
What's new around here?
Well, Zadmira Blacksmith had one too many a while back and told me some curious things. His wife was having an affair with Tomlin Brutons from Horsham, But then she sent her Sajmir to rough Tomlin up. I've no idea how things are between them. Strange thing is, Sajmir's a big fella, but Tomlin still beat the shit out of him.
Hard to find a place to
Don't
sleep.
mention it to Sajmir, though. He was all upset about it. But you could ask Kona, his wife. You might find out what's really going on there. And I also know Zadmir the blacksmith finally got himself a new apprentice. He was cursing for ages that he couldn't find anyone who could hold a hammer properly. Maybe he'll be satisfied now. I also heard there are some disputes among the miners. I don't know what it's about, but I heard it has something to do with their traditional archery contest. If you're interested, go and see the foreman Vlak in the Black Horse Tavern. And that's about it.
Interesting news. Thank you, innkeeper.
Okay. Wash myself off. Wait, I don't have any gloves on? No, I got gloves. Alright, so we can find the blacksmith's. Where?
Oh, you mutt.
She knows his name. There's a quest right over here. So we can find the blacksmith's wife. Corner. I hear you're struggling.
Grosh told me over a few beers that you had a thing with someone from Horshan, and your husband got battered because of it.
Merciful Mary, so Grosh has been blabbing about me to God knows who. The shame of it. I'll have you know I did no such thing. I'm an honest woman.
I don't
My
believe you.
apologies. I'm merely repeating what I heard. So how are things between you?
There's a powerful protective charm I desperately need. A Thunderstone. It's a great rarity. But Tomlin Bruthans from Horshan has one. He just won't let me have it. The thing is, he sometimes wages it in fights.
Oh,
I
there we
see. Now it all makes sense to me. So that's why your husband fought him.
Exactly. You see, nothing dishonest. But Stimir is feeling ashamed that young Bruthans gave him a thrashing.
What is a Thunderstone?
Exactly.
Well, they're formed when there's a violent storm with forks of lightning and peals of thunder. The biggest of these are Thunderstones.
Oh.
They fall from the sky with a mighty boom and burrow deep into the earth. After a while, they work their way back up to the surface. And if you're lucky, that's where you'll find them.
What can these stones do?
Well, lots of things. If you have one, it protects you from all harm, helps you in battle, and brings good luck. It also wards off and cures diseases. And if you put it into the rafters of your cottage, you'll be protected from fire and all manner of other calamities.
What's it look like?
What does the Thunderstone look like?
Well, from what I saw of Tomlin's, it's the size of a grown man's fist, perhaps a tad bigger, sort of elongated and curiously shaped. It's flat on one side and has a round hole through the middle.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you want me to fight Tomlin and win the stone for you?
Well, yeah. And I know I'm asking a lot, but I'm really desperate. And I have no one else to turn to. I prayed fervently to the Virgin Mary and implored her for help. And now you've shown up. Besides, by the looks of you, you have the strength of a bull, perhaps two. So she surely sent you to help me.
Well, at least I think I'm sent by God instead of Satan, like in the first map. So there's an upside here. Yeah, I'll help.
All right. I'll help with your trouble.
Mary, Mother of Mercy, thanks be to the both of you. This means so much to me.
Save your thanks for when I bring it to you.
I shall. Don't you worry about that. We've got some groschen put by, so you'll be handsomely rewarded. I'm also on good terms with Hannah, so I could put a word in for you at the stud farm. She'll give a generous discount if you want to buy a horse from her. And I'll pray and intercede for you, I swear.
All right.
All right, you have yourself a deal. I'll go to Horshan and take on that Tomlin fellow.
God bless you. The Broodhands have a big farm. There's a wayside shrine in front of the gate and an orchard out the back. That's where you should find him. But be careful, and don't underestimate him. The stone has great power, and it won't be easy. Take care now.
The Thunderstone. He growling at the chickens? What is he doing? What are you doing? All right. So, okay. So, new activity. Payoff. Have a quicker with my horse. Time to get stoned, yeah? Hey, buddy.
How can I help you today, friend?
Well, first things first, repair my stuff.
This could...
Okay. Yeah.
Great. Happy to be of service.
All right. What
would you like?
I want to know how much money you have.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Hey, he has 1,000. That's better. And I got nothing to sell it for.
Nothing to your liking, sir?
Okay. One more time.
Hey, you, it's Dimir. I need to talk to you about your fight with Tomlin.
I got battered, and I'm not proud of it, so I'd rather not dwell on it.
Look, I want to help Kona get that stone, so I could really use your experience.
Ah, I see. All right, then. And thanks a lot for wanting to help us.
So tell me, how can I beat Tomlin?
Look at it this way. I'm bigger, but he's faster. So I thought that if I got up really close to him, he'd lose that advantage and I'd use brute force to overcome him.
Brute force alone seldom works. That kind of blunt approach only works on opponents who don't know how to fight.
Look, are you here to give advice or take it? Although,
Trying to help you.
Yeah, you're right. I've experienced that for myself. I tried a few times. But whenever I went to grab him, he'd wriggle out of the way. Then, during one attempt, he grabbed my hand, tripped me, and put me in a headlock. At which point all I could do was eat dirt in that pigsty where Tomlin likes to fight.
I could put a bit of iron in my glove. Then I'll strike him like an anvil. And if he's not expecting it, he'll drop like a stone. Do you have any?
Fuck me. I don't know where you came up with such a trick, but it's no use here. It's bare-knuckle fighting with Tomlin.
Bollocks.
So my advice would be to do exactly what I did. Just be careful not to get caught like I was. He looks a bit of a milksop at first glance, but he's as strong as an ox. Keep a safe distance.
Thunderstone.
Avoid making pointless strikes, and only attack him when you're sure it'll work. And when, or rather if, you manage to grab him, pound him as hard as you can. Don't let up, and don't give him a chance to turn around.
Sound advice. That makes sense. I'll try that. Rumor has it, you have a very skilled apprentice.
Matthias? That's right. The lad has got a God-given talent. Just look at this dagger he made me. Have you ever seen such fine work?
It's a fine dagger.
Pretty good work. For a village blacksmith. I expected worse.
Village blacksmith? What are you yammering about, you horse face?
You've never seen anything so fine in your entire life.
Take out your sword.
Calm down. I'm telling you, I've been forging daggers like this with my father since I was a young lad.
Know what, you master of masters? I bet my apprentice is a better blacksmith than you. What do you say?
How would a bet like that work?
You'll give me a few groschen as a deposit and forge a hunting sword. Matthias is just working on one now. And if you forge a better one, you'll get both swords, and they'll give you back twice as many groschen.
And of course, you'll be the judge, right?
Well, of course. But I'll decide fairly, don't you worry.
And what if my sword isn't better?
Then you lose and I keep the groschen. What else? Am I supposed to stick them up my arse?
Try that.
Take the bad or not?
Sure.
I accept. I'll knock you down a peg and make some money while I'm at it.
You haven't won yet, Master Blacksmith.
All right, so we got to make a hunting sword. Ah, how do I get hit it?
Someone's been peppering this horse.
I mean, it's working, I guess. A little messed up.
Greetings to you.
Good to see you, friend.
Can't see what I'm hitting.
God bless.
Well, I'm about half done.
I was wondering if you'd lend me your bullock when it's time to sow winter grains. I need to plough too, you know.
In the heat here soon. Makes it kind of hard to do this when you can't see it.
That was a bloody expensive horse.
I just can't believe. I mean, it's a pretty sharp sword. It goes
This won't take long now.
pretty sharp. It goes right through the anvil.
And that's it.
All right, let's finish it.